Hello and welcome to the first episode of Loloth's Drug Tales. Recently I have sobered up and I'm kicking weed and booze, and I'm just like trying to remember all the stuff I did when I was on drugs all the time. So here's one story. When I was about 20 years old, I was a security guard for Walmart and I couldn't get any marijuana. I could buy Jack Daniels and I would hide Jack Daniels in my desk because I lived with my parents and they knew I was alcoholic, so they wouldn't let me have alcohol. So I would hide Jack Daniels in my desk. But then because I couldn't get weed, I would buy synthetic marijuana off the internet, which is sold as like potpourri, but they spray a chemical on it that is a like synthetic cannabinoid, which kind of has the same effects as marijuana. But it actually is really, really bad for you. It builds up in your system, and then like it only lasts about 30 minutes really intensely, but the drug is still in your system. So what ends up happening is you smoke every 30 minutes or so, and you get way, way, way too much and you overdose. Anyway, after about 2 hours of doing this, I was in a complete dissociative, delusional, hallucinatory mindset, and I was lying in bed, staring up at my ceiling fan. Not this ceiling fan, but another one. This was in a different time, in a different place. But what happened was, as I was staring at the ceiling fan, it turned into a praying mantis face. And the praying mantis face started telling me the meaning of life. The praying mantis face basically told me that all of our thoughts, because they're made up in our brains, and our brains are made out of molecules, all the chemicals in brains are made up of molecules. Well, each one of those molecules ripples out like a ripple on a lake, but in the quantum realm. And those ripples go out and interact with other things that we don't know about. At least we didn't know about back then. We're learning more about them now, though, which is interesting. But basically, those particles in our brains, when we have thoughts, when we have emotions, when we have feelings, they ripple out and affect other dimensions, other realities, other universes, other worlds. Something that we do, like when we feel love or when we feel fear, it radiates out and causes another thing to happen in another place. Some other life form wouldn't be able to process food if it wasn't for the fact that our minds are doing that. Same with us. Parts of our reality are enforced by other realities and these ripples in the chemicals in our brains and our consciousness. That's what the praying mantis told me from within my ceiling fan. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Don't do synthetic marijuana. Don't do drugs. Also, I think about that same time, there's a wicker chair in my room, and I actually was able to psychically communicate with the tree that the chair had been made out of. And I asked it, which one's better, being a chair or being a tree? And it said it didn't really care. They're both good. Okay, bye.